campwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida, near the Villages. And welcome to this week's YouTube Live. If you're new here, I go live every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'd love for you to come join us. We usually have a different project each week, and today we have a really quick and easy fun fold card. So this video probably won't be very long, but that's all right. We'll get you back out into your busy lives. So as you join, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Did you have any fun weekend plans? We didn't really do too much over the weekend. We just weekends are chores and relaxing. Our week is so busy now that the weekends we just kind of relax. Saturday we did a bunch of chores and then hopped in the pool, and it felt amazing. It's been so hot here. The pool just felt awesome before it started raining, so we were able to enjoy it at least for a little bit. And then, like I said, Sunday was just crafting, relaxing, hanging out, all kinds of good stuff. Hi, Diana. Thanks so much for joining us. So I have a few quick reminders we're going to go over, and then I'm going to share this week's project. It is really cool. You're going to be amazed at how quick and easy it is, and you're going to want to grab your DSP stash and just make a bunch of them. These are really awesome cards. So let me go ahead and flip the camera around, and we will go into our reminders real quick, and then we'll get started. Hi, Lori from Minnesota. Oh, it's rainy. That's a good thing, though. That means it's cooling off soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. That's what I keep hoping for anyway. I keep seeing all this stuff about Hurricane Erin, and I'm like, oh, can we just let everything cool down so it actually feels like fall? All right. So just a few reminders. Now through the end of August, Stampin' Up! Is doing an in-color sale for the 2025 to 2027 in-color products. You get 15% off now through the end of the month. It includes the in-colors, like the basics, cardstock, ink, things like that, as well as some of the DSPs and kits that include those colors. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, that's a really good deal. It's a good time to scoop up that stuff. And then new last chance products were recently added on August 5th. Some of the stuff I'm going to show you in my samples are from some of the celebration items that are on the last chance products list as well. Now, Stampin' Up! Recently announced that celebration is going away. And those celebration items from this last year, 2025, in January and February, they have been added to the last chance products list. So you can get those while supplies last or through September 4th for those celebration items. Now, last chance products that aren't celebration items are, as they always are, it's while supplies last. So if there's something that you want, get it early. And while it's sad celebration is going away, we are getting something called Product of the Month, which is starting in December. And what that is there will be an exclusive product that you'll be able to purchase for $5 once you get to the $75 spending threshold in your order. It will unlock the exclusive Product of the Month, and then you'll be able to add it to your cart for $5. So it could be paper, a stamp set, an exclusive tool. We won't know what it is until they come out with it. But each month there will be a new product that you'll be able to earn. I guess this is something that Close to My Heart did, and it was really popular. So I'm sure that's where Stampin' Up! Got the idea from. So I'm excited about it. I'm all for exclusive product all year long, not just January and February. So I think it's going to be really cool. Now that will also be while supplies last. If they have excess, it may go into the following month. So like, for example, in December, if they don't sell out by the end of December, it will go into January, but you will only be able to purchase one of these items. So if you purchase it in December, you won't be able to purchase it in January. You'll just have to wait for the next item. I hope that makes sense. Lori says it's time to try something new. I agree. And that was the feedback that Stampin' Up got, was celebrations getting kind of old. We want something fresh and new. So I guess, you know, a lot of people were ready for something new. So I'm excited to see what it is, how it goes. All right, just a friendly reminder, there's a couple, about 2 weeks left of my Stampin' Through Summer promotions. So this is just a fun little promotion that I decided to do to kind of keep everybody stamping through the summer. You can earn tickets for different things like attending a class, whether it's in person or online, bringing a new friend to class, or for every $30 you spend in an online order with me, you get tickets. And then those go into a pot. And on September 1st, you have through August 31st to earn them. And then on September 1st, I will pick 2 people to each win a $25 Stampin' Reward. So you can earn as many tickets as you want. There's no limit. So get those orders in. And like I said, September 1st, I will announce the 2 winners. So, and don't forget to opt into your Stampin' Rewards too. I love the new Stampin' Rewards program. It's a great way to earn free stuff. Okay, Christmas craft retreat. There's 2 weeks left. September 1st is the last day to sign up for my craft retreat. If you're local to me in Central Florida, I'd love for you to join us for the weekend. We're going to be going to a place called Luther Springs. It's in Hawthorne, Florida, up near Gainesville, Florida. We'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, October 10th through the 12th. You can grab a friend and just enjoy a weekend of crafting. If you're not local and you still want to participate or you can't make it for some reason, I do have a to-go option as well, so you could do it at home. So like I said, the link is in the description of the video, so you can click on the registration links and sign up anytime now through September 1st. Payment is due September 1st because I will be ordering all the products for all of you guys when the catalog goes live. Now, if you have the products that we're going to be using, so like for the main retreat, we're going to be using this Pine Snowflake Suite, I think is what it's called. If you have that suite already, you can just substitute it with an equal amount of product, okay? Same with the add-on classes as well, because you get a stamp set in each one of those classes. If you have that stamp set, you can just substitute other product, and that way you still get something fun in your box. So I am working on doing a little sneak peek so that you can kind of see a couple of the projects that we'll be making. So if you're waiting on that, I'm hoping to have that within the next week or so out. But don't wait to register. You don't want to miss out on this, okay? I closed my last retreat and then did a video afterwards, and people were like, oh, I was so sad I missed this. So make sure to register today so you don't forget, okay? And you can also join my retreat Facebook group. I have a group specifically for my retreats to share updates and videos and things. It's called Sunkissed Stampin' Retreats with Jen. This is the Facebook group down here. It's open to everybody. So if you're interested in retreats and want to see sneak peeks and recaps and things like that, definitely sign up for that Facebook group, okay? All right, and then when you shop with me this month and spend at least $50 in my Stampin' Up! Online store, you will earn the Impressions Abloom video tutorial bundle. This is the card that I made. You'll get video tutorials for 7 different projects. This is the card that I made. I love this card so much. It's one of my favorite. I love fun folds. Fun folds are one of my favorite. Oops, and I have it upside down. One of my favorite things to make. There's not a lot of, well, there's no stamping on here, but I really wanted to just showcase the paper and the die. The die cuts are gorgeous in this set. I just absolutely love it. And I thought this was a nice palette for fall too. So really this whole suite can be used any time of the year. But so you can earn this when you spend at least $50 in my Stampin' Up! Online store, or if you'd rather just purchase the tutorial directly, you can purchase it for $20. And the link is in the description below this video. Next month, we'll be using the Peaceful Garden Suite for our projects. Now, each month I do offer a monthly Stamp Camp to Go subscription. This is like a kit in the mail, basically. We make 4 different cards and you get 2 card kits for each card. So for a total of 8 card kits using a specific bundle or suite. And if you subscribe for the monthly subscription, you get a 10% discount. And after 6 consecutive months of subscribing, you get a $25 Stampin' Reward as a thank you for being a loyal subscriber. So if you'd like to get the next month's kit, all you have to do is subscribe by the 1st of the month, and then your card is charged on the 2nd of every month until you cancel it. I'm not sure. I'm working on the ones for next month. I haven't planned those out just yet. But I usually announce them about the last week of the month. So stay tuned for more details on the next one. All right. If you are local to Central Florida, I am doing 2 craft shows this year. I'm doing one September 27th at a church in Ocala, Florida called Countryside Presbyterian Church. It's free to come. So grab your friend, mark your calendar, and come stop by and say hi and see me. I'm also doing a really big one. I've never done one this big before, but a 3-day craft show at the World Equestrian Center up in Ocala, Florida. It's November 14th through the 16th. That one, there is a little entry fee. I think it's $5, but all the details are at on my Stampin' Up calendar at stampcampwithjen.stampinup.net. So if you have any questions, there's lots of details in there, so you can check it out and figure out how to get tickets and stuff. I'd love for you to stop by and say hi. All right, and then I do have Stampin' Blends labels for sale. These are a $5 purchase, but it's a one-time purchase. I did spend a lot of time putting all these little circles together, so it is a small fee, but it's a one-time purchase. Once you purchase these once, any future labels that I make will get automatically emailed to you. So the current colors that are on here are all of the current colors, the natural tones, the current in colors, which are the 24 to 26 and 25 to 27 in colors. And then I also have the recently retired 23 to 25 in colors. So the link for that is in the description below this video as well, if you'd like to purchase those. And then I think that's it. Oh my goodness, lots and lots of stuff to go over, but it's very important. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're doing today. So this is the fun fold that we're making. And the ones in the samples that I use this paper. This was from Celebration. It's called the Abloom Impressions paper. Now, we're making, spoiler alert, if you're coming to my Stamp Camp classes this month, which are this week, if we're making this in my card class this week. So as I was cutting up everything, I realized I didn't have enough paper to make a sample for this video. So we're going to use different paper, but we're going to use the same stamp set because the stamp set is on the Last Chance products list. And I'm so sad because this is one of my favorite stamp sets. It's called Pattern of Friendship. I've used it a lot, especially this little saying right here, thinking of you brings a smile to my face. I love that so much. And I love the font and all the sentiments on here. And I believe it's on sale right now as well. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Sandy. I missed you too. Thanks so much for joining us. So this is still available in the Last Chance products, but again, this is while supplies last, so I don't know how much longer it'll be available. And then, like I said, this paper, the Impressions Abloom paper, is in it's one of the Celebration papers from last year that's in the Last Chance products, and this is on sale too. I believe it was marked down to $7.50 for a pack of this paper. So you may have some left over from Celebration. If not, you want to scoop some up, definitely go ahead and grab that as well. Will I be doing paper shares? Yes, Jean. I will be announcing my product shares later this week in an email to everybody in my email list. So if you aren't on my email list, make sure to go to stampcampwithjen.com and sign up for my email list. And don't forget to check your email for the opt-in button. There's like a double opt-in to get my emails. But yes, I will be sharing that information later this week. I've had a couple people ask me about that as well. Okay, so these are the samples. I'm going to show you how to put this together. So if you have 12 by 12 paper, you can get 24 because you can get 2 of these from one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. So 24 from a whole pack. So I'm using this paper from, what's this called? The Floral Delight Designer Series paper. This is still available. It's not on the last chance list or anything like that. We're going to use some Daffodil Delight, and then I've got some coordinating pieces from this Floral Delight DSP. Now, what we need to do first is we need to cut this down to 5 1/4 by 12, okay? So you want whatever direction, this isn't directional paper, thank goodness, but if you do have directional paper, you want the pattern to be going straight up and down when you're looking at it with the 12-inch side going from left to right, if that makes sense. So say this were directional, you'd want it to be face up like this, and then we're going to rotate it and cut at 5 1/4. Okay. Then all we're going to do is we are going to score this at 2 4 inches on both sides. 2 4 and 2 4. You're going to be amazed at how quick and easy this is. My friend Celine Kempton, she's another demonstrator up in Massachusetts. She showed this at one of my team meetings, and I thought, how cool is that? It's so quick and easy. Now, whichever side you want to show more of, so let me explain this the right way. So if you want like these flowers to show, that's going to be on the back side where this is going to be the inside. So if you want this to be the inside, you're going to fold the flowers this way, which is what I want. I want the flowers to show more on the front. So whatever side you want to be the inside, you're going to have this face up while you fold, okay? So we want the gingham to be on the inside. So we're just going to fold in and fold backward, fold in and fold backward. And then we're going to take our bone folder and press just like that. Okay. So it probably won't match up totally, and that's fine. And mine's pretty close, but you might have a little bit of a gap when you fold it, and that's okay if there is one. Okay. So, oops. And I just dropped all of my paper, of course. Where is, I'm missing one now because I dropped it. I might have to cut, oh, here it is. Okay, and then this piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so you can get 4 of these from one sheet of cardstock. And this, we're just gonna center on that card base like that, okay? I'm just using Stampin' Seal Plus because I love it. And I live in Florida, which is very humid, and I found that Stampin' Seal Plus holds very well in the humidity. So that's another big reason that I use it. So center that. We're going to open this part, and what do I do with my white here? This white piece is 3 3/4 by 5. That's going to be the liner for the inside. But before we put that on the inside, I'm going to stamp just like I did in my sample here. We're going to do happy birthday, and we're going to do this thinking of you brings a smile to my face. Let's do that stamping before we finish assembling. Like I said, this is so quick and easy. I'm just using Old Olive because that's what coordinates with the paper. And we're going to do happy birthday right in the center there. Just like that. And then the thinking of you brings a smile to my face. We'll do down here. And then we're just gonna take our 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And we're just going to punch that out like that. Mom said, I thought it looked familiar. Yep, you were there. My mom is one of my team members, and she was at the meeting when Celine shared this. I just thought it was so fun. I like this a lot when you can see both sides of the paper and a card. I think that's really cool. I think this is going to be a great, yes, Sandy, it is a great way to use up DSP for sure. Because like I said, you can get 2 of these from 1 sheet of 12 by 12. And then I think you're left with what, like 1.5 by 12 inch strip that you could use for something else. I've been using those leftover strips and wrapping my Hershey nuggets for my upcoming craft shows. That's what I save those pieces for. It's perfect. Hi, Barb. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm just sharing a quick and easy fun fold card that another demonstrator shared with me, and it uses up 12 by 12 paper. So I know a lot of us, we have a lot of paper packs in our stash, and we're like, what are we going to do with this? Well, this is perfect for it. Okay, so then I just took some coordinating DSP. These are 2.5 inch squares, and more Daffodil Delight. These are 2 3/4 inch squares. So we're just going to adhere those down on top of those squares. You could put white on there instead of the DSP and decorate it and stamp on it. I just decided to use up some DSP. I like the extra decoration on here. I could have done the back side too, but either one would work. They all coordinate. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have, but that's all right. So now what we want to do, we want to adhere these down. So what we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive on 1/2 of this triangle here. And, oh, before we do that, actually, I forgot. So to make the little corners that you see here, see their little folds, this is so easy. So you just take the top corner and you fold it down so that it meets up with this edge of the DSP here. And then you just press it, and you can use your bone folder to burnish. And you do that on all 4 corners. We're just gonna fold this up to meet that crease and fold, just like that. I was like, wait a second, something doesn't look right. That's why, because I missed that step. Okay, we're folding it over into that crease, and then just burnish with your bone folder, and one more time. Just like that. Oops. Make sure it lines up before you press it down. All right. Now we can take this piece. So you don't even have to adhere these down, because when you put this piece on, it's going to hold it down in place. So we want to line this up so it's even between these 2 lines here. So you want that little point to kind of be in the center in this section. And then you kind of want it centered from left to right as well, if that makes sense. So we are going, oops, and I have a little bit of this adhesive coming out, so I'm going to fold that over. So we have it centered there. And then you can kind of center those points on your paper as well. That should be right about there. Now we're going to put adhesive on the other side here, the other half of that triangle. We're going to fold this over so this triangle is kind of in the middle like that. And then this little corner, we're going to center again between these 2 points. And then you want to kind of center it over that triangle so it kind of covers this section as well. So just like that. Okay, does that make sense? You with me? So then that's how it will open. And then all I'm going to do is put some dimensionals on here and pop this up, and our card will be done. How quick and easy is that? Don't you love it? I think Celine said her daughter made a bunch of these for like cards for the troops and just knocked a bunch of them out and sent them out. I thought that was a cool idea too. I know a lot of people that do those cards and send them to the troops, which as a former military vet, I know they appreciate those. I loved getting cards when I was in the military. It's really just a bright spot in your day when you're going through all that stress. All right, well, that is it. Look how quick and easy that is though, right? I mean, you just take some coordinating paper, do a few folds, and bam, you got a card. And like I said, this is the one I did with that Bloom Impressions designer series paper, and I have another one with the Bloom Impressions, and it's just so cool. So let me know which one is your favorite, and don't forget to get those celebration items before they go away. So, all right, well, I will be announcing my product shares for the mini catalog this week. So if you're not on my email list, make sure to stop over to stampcampwithjen.com and sign up so you get all those details. And don't forget to check your email for the opt-in button after you sign up. If you don't sign or hit that opt-in button, you won't get my emails, even if you filled out the form. So yellow, everybody says the yellow. It is really pretty. I do like it too. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you back here again next Monday. And until then, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.